All right, and I am live. Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, last day of the month, the Royal Arena Kings BLITZ Tournament. We had the Bullet Tournament on Monday. Now on to the Blitz. Hey, Basid, you're the first one in the chat. Hello. This tourney is starting in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Strong lineup for this one. Some familiar faces, but I feel like these events are getting stronger every week. So you've got Daniel Naroditsky, the winner of the Bullet event on Monday. At the top of the list, Georg Meyer, Gatakomsky, Alex Lenderman, John Ludwighammer, Krekor, the Bird of Peace, untitled player but very high blitz rating, and myself, Alexander Kostenyuk, the chess queen, and a host of other good players. We got Simon in the mix. Polar Kyle, thank you for the bits. I updated a few of my settings. I wonder... Okay, 111 bits. Thank you, Polar Kyle. I changed the bit minimum because there were some people who were abusing that by giving me 1 cent bit donations repeatedly and making the alerts keep popping up. So if you give 1 bit, it should not register now, at least as an alert. Like, I will still get it, but there won't be an alert that pops up. I set the bit minimum to 100. Hey, Chess Bay, Baker Dozen, RPG, Shredder, hello. Thank you for the well wishes. Mr. EQ, hello. Thanks, Ans Jovis. Thanks, Clumsy Rook. 5 seconds to go. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to create more work for Chess Bay timing people out. Okay, playing the Bird of Peace. I gotta say, I don't like playing a very high-rated untitled player in the first game. That just makes me nervous based on past experience. But let's do our best. I'm going to go with the Castles Queenside iteration of this opening. So usually when you face a player like this, you know, if they're legit, of course, they are a title player just playing on an untitled account. That's usually the case. Okay, so I'm on this pawn. I think I played all this before, so I feel okay. Let's go here. Shredder, thank you for the host. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I've done all this before. Knight g6. Yeah, let's pop the knight out here. He can't go h4. He can't go h4, which is nice. So I think he's getting ready for h4 now, is the plan. So let's take, and now I'm going to try to do this. Attack both these guys. I want to inconvenience this knight before it becomes a problem. h5. h5's tempting here. I might regret the slight weakening of that knight position. No, or of my the pawn rather. But I'm gonna do it because he can't take here, so that's my thinking at this juncture. I just have to be aware that this is always in the air. Feels like maybe now I should reposition my knight. Rook d8 is obvious, but he might be able to take and then take a7, surprisingly, because I can't go b6 and trap him. Let's go a5. So let's send that up the board. Matt Azar, thanks for the 500 bits, man. Thank you, Matt. All right, let's contest the file now. He's up a minute on the clock. I have a fine position, but I need to play faster. He might go for a trade. Yep, he does. So b6 perhaps here. Let's do that. Not going to help his king quite yet. Just look for a swap. Try to kick him out. Now I got to play faster. Hey, James. Maybe he can trade and play c5. Yeah, c5 is concerning. All right, I got to take that, I think. Now I need some counterplay. This loses a pawn, though. Or it could have lost a pawn. All right, bring the king up. Definitely worried about his a-pawn here. Might have a hard time stopping that. Knight b7. Whoa, I won? Okay. I guess I'll take it. I wonder if that player got booted. That's always a possibility. Well, I was worse there. I wasn't losing yet, but I wouldn't have been surprised if I would have lost that with the time situation. But James Ramson, thank you for the resubscription. 2 months. And again, Matt, thank you for the 500-bit donation. Appreciate that, man. I wonder where you're at today, Matt. Airline pilot, sea captain. Okay, let's castle. My opponent was IM Savili Golubov. Oh, yeah, so he's an international master. But I don't know. I don't get why he just resigned and peaced out. KJ Foster, thank you for the subscription. Hello to you, Kevin. If he takes, can I go knight g5? That's always a question here. Okay, so he plays f5. So let's try to get in d5. d5 is a standard operation in these positions. So he's probably going to take now. And then go e5 if I had to guess. And I'm going to try to attack on the queen side. Get ready to push over here. Yeah, I did get a new subscriber graphic. You noticed, Chess Bay. Thanks to Aron from chess.com. Yeah, he hooked me up with that graphic. There will be gradual improvements, I promise. I have one more trip this summer, and then my travels are going to come to a close, at least for now. Tempted to trade off the rooks here, because I don't see a benefit to keeping them on. He's pretty active. So if he goes rook a8, I'm going to swap and play rook a1. Oh, he made that for you as well, huh? That's cool. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. By the way, if anyone is in Charlotte, North Carolina, or thereabouts, I will be at the Charlotte Chess Center next week teaching a camp. And just hanging out at the club, Monday through Friday. So, would love to meet anyone who watches my channel who's around there. Check it out. It's a really good chess center. All right, he's getting ready to swap the queens. I don't think I have much of an edge here, if at all. I'm going to try to make this a little tricky for him at least. Probably just knight f6. Yeah, that should be sufficient. I'd like to keep pieces on board. Could swap the queens, try to squeeze him. Queen a7, he just plays... That queen is coming to a8. Almost no matter what. All right, I'm going to keep the queens on. Target this pawn. If g6, I think I'm going to play e4. But then that leads to even more trades. I really want to get in c5, but I think I'm not. Okay, well, now he might be allowing it. Let's do it. Because he took his eye off the ball. He had a double attack on this pawn. But now that the bishop has been relegated to the defense of this pawn, I think now c5 is good timing. And yeah, he might regret the bishop being there because he'd like to play an active move like this, but he can't because I take and I'm on c7. That doesn't seem right for him. Okay, so here I've got a little pressure. Take and queen c7 followed by... No. Okay, let's do this. Would love to start with another win here. Just get this thing really on the right foot. Okay. We're going for pressure. If he takes here, he's in trouble on e5. Thanks for the subscription, L Pac-Man 2. 2K. Okay. Let's invade. Maybe he can take now. Yeah, he can do that. Tricky position. So if I take, he takes on d5, he's saying. All right, so let's stabilize things for the moment. I know I'm down a pawn, but I figure I can take this guy pretty much whenever I want. But definitely need to play faster. Okay. Just inviting queen e5 or queen there. Pressing pretty hard in this game. Don't want to be a victim of overpressing. Okay, he's coming to e5. Still though. Yeah, he's taking control of this one. But time will be a big factor. Take it. Oh, that was an opening we needed. He cracked at the end. Okay. Yeah, he played that well. He defended quite well. My c5 stuff didn't lead anything, but he hung his queen right at the end. He panicked a bit as time pressure was looming. Hans Kuhl Niemann. All right, we're on a 2-game streak to start. So 2 hours of 3+0, and you guys know the drill if you watch the Royal Arena Kings on Monday. The top 8 make it into the knockout stage. Hey, Skinny Taco. All right, let's play bishop e4. This is the most dynamic possibility for black. And now usually you want to follow with bishop e7. Thanks for watching, Magic Pig Detective. Hey, Mr. Pickles. Hey, Galibrow. Hello to you, Ian. Do I prefer this or the bullet one? You know, I've been playing a lot of bullet recently, so I like the bullet event. I think this is a lot harder, this one, because, as I've said before, you have less of a margin for error. Okay, I'd love to take this, but I lose b7 at the end, so I don't think it's smart to do so. How do I want to handle this? He has a nice center, but it's susceptible to collapse as well. Just got to figure out what to do here. e5 is really tempting, but I think he just takes. And then maybe he plays e6 after that. All right, I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to go knight a6. It does invite e5, but I'm hoping I can strike back at his center. Keep this square open for this knight. It's an imposing center, and he's got the 2 bishops, but as I've talked about before, when you have a lot of space like this, it demands that you keep that space. It's easy for your flanks to collapse, maybe even for your center directly to collapse if your opponent can hit it in the right way. Okay, bishop e2. This does not look right, what he's doing. Just castles, maybe? Can castle queenside. I'm going to play e5. Okay, let's send this here. Probably he'll go bishop g5 if I had to guess. And I might stick this here and try to threaten stuff like taking, and then knight takes e4. So he might capture here, but I think I should have good dark square play. This other knight can come to c5 as well. Yeah, this actually looks pretty nice. Okay, let's jump in. Let's pressure him. I love this bishop. Naturally, I think he wants to castle queenside, but I can make that difficult for him. So he comes back. All right, let's stick this here. Chess Bay gifting a sub to Aran Hawaii. Thanks, Chess Bay, and thanks again, Aran, if you're watching. For that Finn's thumbs up. Okay, complicated. Ooh, tactic. Little tactic. Now, which way to take? or to address this bishop situation. I'm almost tempted to do this. Is that crazy? That's probably a bit much. Yeah, that's asking for it. I got to do something, so I'm just going to go here. And then I think we're going to get a castle situation. And I need to move faster. Still liking this position a lot. Maybe rook c8, b6. Not too worried about this, I don't think. Bishop g4, I'm guessing. I'm trying to play on the queen side somehow. Like get queen a4 in eventually. He's using a lot of time now. So I like this. Let's attack this guy. Ooh, he can't defend that, really. We can take, I think... He doesn't have much time, so... Pretty sure I can do this. Careful. Careful, John. Let's go here. Oh, rook d8 I allowed. Okay, 3-game streak. Here we go, guys. Let's do this thing. A lot of blitz to be played. Yes, there is a playoff today, Chessy Bus. It's just like the format on Monday. Playing WGM Vera Nebelcina. Oh, I think this is Gatakomsky's wife, I want to say. All right, let's play a same-ish. Knight GE2 same-ish. Like to start with a streak. Last time, I started with a loss in the first game. So I had that game that really won in the very first game this time around where the guy resigned, untitled player. Kind of curious if he's still in the tournament, but the key today and in these blitz arenas, at least from my perspective, having played a lot of these, is that you need to take care of business against the lower rated players. You've got to beat them. If you give up draws and losses to the lower rated players in this event, this particular event, you don't have a real great chance of coming in top 10 or today top 8. Because guys like Jörg Meyer, Lenderman, Hammer, they don't surrender really even half points to lower rated players. They'll finish these events with like scores like 21.5 out of 25. This is a nice position for white. I'm already up a minute on the clock, and this is known to be slightly worse for black. E5 is not a move you want to play against 6 knight GE2. Knight A6 is interesting. So I guess she's trying to come to B4 with that move. That is interesting. I think I still go here though. And if knight B4, I think I sidestep king F2. Pretty sure I played this before. I had a game against Mike Klein in the US Chess League many, many years ago, which I think was this exact same thing. So bishop G5. Don't quite remember. I'm just going to take. And then go here. I'm up a lot of time, so keeping it simple, if I can establish some sort of allowing that move, that was not smart. I guess I have bishop c4, and I can connect my rooks after that, but still. I should have played bishop c4 immediately when I was able to check. So, all right, this is actually going to work out okay, I think. Maybe I can tuck the bishop back on c1. She plays knight d4. It's an annoying knight, no doubt. I'm going to take this. We'll see how she responds. If she takes the rook, I can play knight e2. So she's going to do this and then probably play for f5. But this just feels a little bit better for me, I think. I know she's got the two Bs. But more compact structure, up a minute. Thanks, Stefan, for the resubscription. 2 months in a row. Okay, tempting possibilities here. Let's take. I can go for a full blockade of the position and attack the opponent's weaknesses. All of these pawn weaknesses. I have 2 islands. My opponent has 3. She'll probably play c5. Then maybe knight c3. Knight c3, knight a4. Interesting. But I feel there should be something better. Let's do this. Let's stop bishop h6. Okay, now this is good. Maybe bishop f8 holds. Bishop f8 holds because I can't take. Okay, but still good. Definitely take that. Nice blockade of the position. Black can't even take here, which is really nice for me. Okay. That was a nice game. Nice strategic game. Got a good knight versus bad bishop scenario with the opponent having very little time, so capitalized. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, we're playing Mr. Knight f8. We have a game against Mr. Knight f8, Mr. Sergei Bugaevsky. So just wait for it, guys. Get ready. I have to figure out how to sabotage Knight f8. Okay. Let's just develop normally for now. There's number 1. Okay, let's attack him. Last time he was black, he played Knight f8 against me 3 times. It was quite impressive. He lost the game, but it was very impressive. Okay. So, let's go here. I'm going to castle queenside. Knight e6. Okay, okay. All right, here's a test for you. How bad do you want knight f8, or do you want knight d4? He should play knight d4, definitely. But I feel like I'm playing off his natural instinct. Oh, wow. Okay. He deviated. We got him to deviate. If he finds a way to get that knight back to f8, that would be mightily impressive here. I don't think that'll happen, but you never know. Okay, let's just play to get rid of that knight. Be gone. I want you to take me. 11 knight d4 triple question mark. I agree. I agree, Chessy Buzz. e5. e5 looks good here. If he takes, I'm taking this bad boy. Did I take with the knight or the bishop? Taking the bishop. Interesting position. Probably still castle. Castle queenside. He might be putting the bishop on a6, though. So can I take here? Is this a trap? I don't see it. He's weak here. I'm on e7. Looks good by my estimation. I have to watch c4, though. c4 is weak. Now, if I take e7, I feel like that might be running into some trouble. Yeah, let's castle first. Is this guy a troll? No. I think he is a firm believer in knight f8. If he takes on d5, I can take here, and he's pinned. See, I think this guy is just a diehard knight f8 player. This might be a good maneuver, if I can execute it. Ooh, he's going for it. All right, so decisions here, but I think... is he going to play knight back to f6 if I do that? Maybe queen g5 is better here. Queen g5 might be a little more savvy, huh? I like that more. Don't let him unpin with knight f6 and keep this guy pinned. Ooh. These knights, the knights from this guy, you can never predict what he's going to do with them. He's liable to uncork some knight move you just never considered. Like that, like knight c3. The desperado knight. Maybe bishop e4. Maybe he should try to get his bishop to g6. Yeah, actually, that's definitely his best attempt. Maybe I should have even prevented that. Should be winning, though. I mean, I'm just up a queen for a rook. Yep, can't predict this guy's moves. Just can't. This is a bishop, isn't it? My king can fend for itself, I think. Okay. Good game, Mr. Knight f8. Always a pleasure. Okay, playing Vera Nebelcina again. Scandi. Ooh, I'm in first place, guys. Let's keep it up. Long way to go, but let's keep it up. He resigned once his knight fell, yes. Knight d4 was the critical error on move 11, I believe. His game was in its last throws after that move. Let's take. Let's probe with this move. Just see if she wants to keep this knight or if she's willing to let me get or damage her pawn structure. And bishop g5 I can pull back to e7. Because bishop c1. Interesting. So I could take... I'm going to take... And then I think I'm going to play this and look for a threat. And maybe go for b5. I have to take here, though, first if I want to play b5. I am a little bit worried about her potential against my king, I gotta say. So I'm playing for a bind, but it may not be a good one. It may be a dangerous one. Okay, I'm gonna take... I might play queen over here. As a way to stop c4. Okay. So let's do this now. Am I better, though? I don't know. I have a better structure, but she's kind of active here. It remains to be seen. If rook here, I'm thinking rook d5. To try to improve my structure and attack e5. Okay, now I think I've stabilized things a little bit. Which way to take? Let's take this way. I think I somewhat managed to stabilize. She probably has to sack this a pawn and play for an attack. It's not a pawn you can really defend. Yeah, she's going to play for activity. But this should just be a nice extra pawn situation. E6 maybe? Need to play a little faster here. Some simplifications coming. Get rid of the back rank stuff. That is a good move. Did I lose a pawn? She can just take. Okay, now I gotta play really fast. And I'm down a pawn and not in a good position. She can try to set up rook takes h6. I'm very tied down here. Oh man. Am I just losing now? Not good, guys. G5 is going to hurt. Rook h6 was a threat. I have no time. Literally no time. Oh, man. Oh, the streak is dead. Yeah, that was tough after I lost the pawn, queen d4. Because I went into that endgame up a pawn, but I wasn't able to maintain it. So I didn't do what I said I needed to do, which was keep beating the lower rated players. But all right, still early. We're still in the top 10. We can make amends for that. Yeah, combo of being down a pawn and not playing fast enough was pretty bad there. So knight b4 is a motif in these positions. Attack this guy. Team Scandi Arena Kings? That's right. Thanks for the bits, Always Beast and Aretho. Those bit donations are not showing up because one was 1 bit, one was 2 bits. And I said 100 bit minimum, just in case you were wondering. I was talking about that a bit earlier. Yeah, she's 2,400, but in the context of this, lower rated. So Jen's chess. Thinking about knight d5. Thinking about... Yeah, actually I like knight d5. Let's go. Let's do it with this knight. Maybe bishop takes d5 was better there. Yeah, I'm not sure about my knight d5 thing. Okay, let's just see where that queen goes. Obviously, we don't want to draw, so we got to keep the pressure. Little back and forth there. Double attack. I'll take that. Double attack of his own, he says. Here and here. Bishop c2 might be working, no? Some definite activity for white, though. Like the rook could come into e7 eventually. Yeah, I'm actually not sure I should bother to defend that. I'm going to go here and let him take c7. Take f3. Plays knight e5. Okay. All right, so still up a pawn. But again, some activity for white. My queen is looking a little off sides. Got to watch f7, got to watch c7. c3 is weak for him, so maybe I can go after that. Probably first do this. This looks like a stable move. Attack and defend. Okay, if I take... Let's do it. Let's see if he really wants to do this. How bad do you want to sacrifice? Because I think I can defend. Queen d6 is always a bailout measure if I need it. Would like to take this guy. Let's go here. I know he's coming in, but we can take on f7 if I do that. Yikes. Okay. This is concerning. I think I can... I think he had better there. Definitely think he had better there. That's big trouble for him. He has to play queen g4. Check. Back rank. All right. Bit close at the end, but got the game. So we've only dropped one so far. Still pretty early. Ooh, tough game. Tough one. All right, Danya. Let's do this thing. Rematch for Monday. I don't know how to play this. So I'm just going to make it up. It's a mystery to me how to play this. I know there's theory. I just can't remember it. Nor do I think I've studied it before. Let's take... Try to stay active. Can't get behind on the clock against Danya. That was a clear lesson. Not like I didn't know it already. Clear lesson from the last time that we played. E5 would be nice if it worked. It doesn't, though. Okay, let's castle. And keep e5 in reserve. E5 and bishop f6. E5 is now a threat, though. It's take, 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 take. Before I wouldn't have bishop f6. But now I would, since I'm unpinned. So he goes back. Okay. My move is forced. Don't spend time, John. What to do, what to do. Trying for some sort of breakthrough in the center eventually. Looking for counter spiel. Danya is Daniel Naroditsky. He's one of the best players online. He's 2,600 plus FIDE. Very strong dude. I like my position, though. I'm stopping f4 here. I want to surround this pawn. He is up a pawn, admittedly. Queen c4 is interesting here. Nah, I don't like that. Let's just double. I might need to drop this bishop back to defend, but I'm hoping to win e5. Let's go g6. e5 looks like it's dropping. He can maybe defend it for the time being, but no, he's pretty tied down here. Ooh, did I miss this? I missed that. Well, he had queen e2, I guess. So, okay, this looks good as well. Keep focused, John. You're in a good position here. I'm on c3. And that is a big threat. And he's behind on the clock. But Danya is a slippery, slippery dude. Now he's just losing a piece, I think. I could have taken on c3, but I think this is better. Queen e2 I take. And it's a piece where he doesn't really have much compensation either. Take. Let's continue attacking. Knight f2 in the air. And we got his queen. I got it, guys. All right, that was a good game. Kept my focus there. He had some play, I thought, in the center, and especially with the b pawn, it looked kind of precarious, but I managed to gather myself. All right. That's an important one. I didn't really gain in the standings, but that's a statement game. All right, playing Super Saiyan. Let's capitalize here. This is my millionth Scandinavian already this tournament. Thank you, Eschner, for the 100 bits. And also, Chessy Bus. Wow, the bits are flying here. Chessy Bus donated 300 bits. Chess Bay 1,000 bits. Thank you, guys. You guys like that. Wow, Uday 100 bits. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, that was a fun game. Okay, take. We're going for this. The usual operation. If white moves that bishop back. Yeah, thank you guys. That was fun. I really like that game. It's just fun to play strong players. And check out Naroditsky's stream, by the way, because he just started recently, and I think he's going to be one of the premier streamers if he keeps it up. Okay, G4. And I'm very friendly with Daniel, by the way. We're buddies. Let's castle this way. He's going to expand pretty quick and probably try to attack me. Knight e4 is interesting here. But so is the minority attack. Let's try for the minority attack. Yeah, we've taught at the same chess camp for the past 2 years. So I've got to know him pretty well. He's a really good dude. Smart guy, too. Goes to Stanford. I've been encouraging him to try to play more OTB, though. And he did tell me that he's going to do that. So that was really cool to hear. All right, I want this knight to land somewhere nasty. Like C4. But it's going to take some finagling to get it there. So maybe... let's attack that first. He's going to play king b2. And now I want knight b6, but he can take. Is there some way I can punish that? Because time is of the essence, but I don't see it, so I think I got to stabilize this before I go here. But it's unpleasant for him for sure. He's going to attack my e-pawn probably now. Rook e1. Maybe I should have played for e5, I don't know. All right. Oh, that's very nice of Daniel to say that, Uday. Yeah, I think I should have played for e5. Although bishop f5 was always a problem with the knight here, wasn't it? But maybe then knight b6? I don't know. Okay, I'm up on the clock. So this is looking pretty good. But need something more here. He's getting ready to double. I have bishop g3 if he doubles. Be nice to find something good here. I don't think e5 is cutting it. All right, let's play h6. Don't really know about this move, though. I'm going to put the bishop here, I think. To try to control e1. And if ever this bishop moves, I do have the ability to sink the knight in, is my thinking. Okay, now e5? Now let's back this up first. This is complicated. This is a tough position for both sides to play with little time. It's a tense middle game, but probably more so for him because he's way behind on the clock. Okay, knight c4 could be played, but let's keep the tension for a moment. Maybe make him go back. Keep the opponent guessing. It's a good thing to do when your opponent's in time pressure. Keep them guessing about where you're going to place your pieces. Bishop d6 now loses. So because I kept open those options, now knight a4 could be a threat. So he covers. Let's threaten the mate. Tie him down. Should probably just play something. That was not a good move on my part. Not a good move. I'm going to give the exchange. Bring the king up. No clue why I played that. Stay active. And checkmate. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. As Simon says, never a doubt. No, obviously that was not part of the plan. Okay, playing Gatakomsky. Let's keep it up. I can't relax here. We gotta play fast and accurately. He's an expert in these positions, by the way. He's really good in the exchange Slav. But I want to get better, so I need to challenge people on their home turf. Okay, he's waiting for me to castle. Can I go here? I feel like I can go there. And threaten some stuff. Okay, let's cackle now. Taking is kind of tempting. Probably not good, though. Okay, so let's advance. I'm really tempted to take on a6. Or take on b7, rather, and then take on a6, but kind of think that would cede the initiative to him, so I'm going to play it like I'm playing it currently. Okay, let's do this. So now b6 could be threatened. Ah, do I have this move? Just takes on a3, I guess. He takes on a3. Then I guess I do have rook. Oh, no. His rook is defended. What am I talking about? Okay, don't do that, John. All right, let's go here. Now I really need to play faster now. I almost hallucinated those backward knight moves. I've done that before. So I didn't put my pawn on a4. I want to keep the pressure here. Yeah, cackles is a Danny Wrench thing. That is true. Copying Danny. I know, right? Knight moves backwards. What is that sorcery? Okay. We're playing for the big cramp here. Knight in, no. I gotta play faster than this. I think the position is still really close to equal. I'm probably still slightly better. Just slightly. But not on time. I'm just going to sit tight because I'm not sure what to do. Maybe try to advance with my king. Put the king on g3. I will blitz him out if he tries to flag me. I don't know if I'll be successful, but... We're going the other way with the king. I changed my mind. See, he's trying to find some way to win this, whereas I, at this point, I'm just playing fast. I offered him a draw. Okay, we drew. Yeah, God is a classy guy. I mean, if he was like a young streamer, I'm sure he would have tried to flag me there. But he said, okay, the position is equal. It's locked. We both lost our streak, but it was a fair result. Mr. Doug Wright, thank you for the 100 bits. Let's keep the Scandi train rolling, guys. The Scandi train has no brakes. I know guys like Greg Shahadi, Lawrence Trent are really happy to hear that. I'm pretty sure Greg gets an alert, by the way, every time I tweet. Every time I tweet about the Scandinavian, he gets a push alert. It interrupts his CrossFit sessions. I'm sure his CrossFit instructor is yelling at him like, come on, Greg, do your muscle ups. Don't respond to John right now. But he's like, I can't. I gotta respond. The Scandi is just that bad of an opening. Okay, let's take... let's go a6. I want to play c5. Stay active here. Hey, Kaosa. Let's put the queen on f5. It's kind of annoying. I thought about queen b5 for a second, but he has c4. Maybe rook d3 could be played here. Yeah, rook d3. I keep forgetting about this move, and a couple of my opponents have played it now. So I should definitely be aware of it. Rook f3. Ooh, I can take here. Right? Because he's pinned. That is an interesting way to win 3 pieces for a queen, if I'm calculating this correctly. Yeah, knight f6 at the end, I take. I don't think I have a problem with my knight on d7 being loose. That's an interesting combo. So yeah, he's going to take, and now he's realizing, though, that he's pinned. And the only piece I'm worried about is this knight. I was trying to make sure he couldn't attack my knight somehow with his queen. But he can't get to g4 because my pawn's covering. So, you know, he'll probably pick up the g5 pawn, but I have, yeah, now knight, bishop, and rook for the queen. This should be good. Oh, that's a good emote. Takes, takes, takes. The GM Hikaru. I like that. Nice one, Stefan. That's a good one, Tom Fjord. Okay. So get the rooks off the board, probably. I mean, he's still pinned, so I'm tempted to even try to save this pawn, but that's probably a bit greedy. Don't think I need to do that. So yeah, let's just firmly put this here and now go about converting the position, basically. Don't get behind on the clock. We know the drill. G5 is a threat. I want to play G5 myself. I can actually do that. C4 at bishop F4. So the trick in these positions is definitely to keep everything stable. You know, when you have that many pieces against a queen, if you can keep everything defended and slowly try to encroach on the queen later, that's usually the best way to convert in my experience. Okay, do I lose b7 or do I just chill for a second? Let's just defend b7. b7 is kind of an important pawn. I think it's better better than his d pawn, so no reason to force anything. Now I might look for this though and try to invade and attack. Let's take. Take again. I'm gonna go here. This could be trouble for him because now I think he has to take. And I'm on the prowl. There's a lot of pieces around his king. Yeah, his king is going to have to fend for itself. Okay. I see a mating net. Bishop h2, knight g3. So actually he has to play king f1 here. No, but then I check and I play bishop e3, different mating net. Yeah, with 3 pieces like that, it's just a matter of time. The queen can only do so much. It's a nice mating net. All the pieces are doing something. Okay, let's start this streak back up. We got a little less than an hour. So we just passed the halfway point. Let's play c3. The move to frustrate people who play c5. Okay, I'll play like a London type system. Heiser Jack says, looks like the game of the century. Oh, that's very kind of you, but yeah, I know what you're saying with the 3 pieces against the queen. Okay, let's go here. I'm going to gradually start playing more London systems because I'm working on a repertoire for Chessable on the London, which I hope some of you guys will consider picking up. Okay, let's castle. I'm going to let him take. And that repertoire will be out sometime this fall, aiming for October. Okay, let's take, and I'm going to do this. I'm aiming for that e5 square. I want to eliminate this and then jump in. No, it will not be a free repertoire. Yeah, it'll be a paid repertoire. It'll be a video repertoire. Yeah, co-authoring with FIDE master Daniel Barish. Daniel does the short and sweet repertoires on our site. Okay, I attempted to take and play knight in. Let's do this first, though. Maneuver a bit. See, I really like Daniel's work, which is one of the reasons I wanted to co-author this repertoire with him. Let's go here. I don't want to play b3 quite yet. I want to keep my queen able to come out here. So now I think he's going to go for c5. So let's take. Let's take again, and I'm going to go here next. So big question here. Who's better in this resulting position? Oh, do I have to take with a pawn? That would be a bummer. Is it bishop b5? Yeah, looks like I have to. I wanted to take with, or with the knight, I mean. I wanted to take with a pawn, actually. So I could prop my knight up here and have good control over these squares, but circumstances prevented it. Okay, maybe I can do this, though. So this is the big battle. Which piece is going to win out, the knight or the bishop? He's going to try to get rid of that ASAP. Okay, I'm going to bring the king up. He's going to do this in e5, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, keep bringing the king over. Just need that king to participate. I'm still clinging to this knight on d4, but I gotta watch my clock too. All right, now seems like the right time to take and try to activate the rook. Okay, here I might be getting something. I think he could have played that better. So the fact that he can't play e5 because of check, that's important here. And my rook is getting into the 6th or 7th rank. Let's start with check. Well, if he plays king here, I have take on e6. My knight doesn't get trapped, does it? Take, take, take. I think the knight gets out. He might have d4 somewhere, but I'm going to risk it. Maybe the knight does get trapped. He can come up this way with his king. Now, but how does he attack the knight? He needs to attack the knight somehow. Okay. Okay. That seemed needless. I don't know why he played that. Okay, now I'm winning. He messed that up. He could have played that better by moving his bishop back to c8 or something. Come on, John. I think we got this. Check. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe that was premature. Okay, he allowed this, though. He should have played king d8. All right. Yeah, rook takes e6 was flashy, but I think it was actually a blunder on my part. I didn't see that my knight could not be resurrected. Okay, final cut 64. I think if he hadn't played d4, he had good winning chances. Phew, that's right, Klanger. That was a nail biter. c4. Okay. I'm happy to make that trade if you want. Yeah, let's just go here. Maybe I should consider taking and playing queen d3. Does have queen b3 though. All right, I'm going to play this active. Maybe now I'll do that. This just looks really annoying for him as far as his coordination goes. You daring me to take that pawn? Let's play this first. I think I could take that pawn, but let's attack d2. d2's a more delicious looking pawn. If I can get him to play rook c2, then I have knight b4 as an option. Okay, so he says enough is enough. But knight a5 is a move. Yeah, knight a5 just looks good here. Octopus knight coming to c4. Probably play queen b5. But then I think I'll just take. Elian Cab asking if I ever played Scandi Gambits. Do you mean like with the knight f6 version? Because no, I haven't. Well, I have actually. Just not so much in recent years. I used to play them when I was younger. Used to play them more often. Okay, so this is going really well. I have an extra pawn and a super solid position. I think just taking is good. And if he takes, I think I can take here even. Yeah, with knight f3 ideas. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, arguably. This knight f3 is king h1. No, but it's an extra pawn. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so if I check, maybe b6 first, b6. Hold up. Take. Let's go here. I'm trying to improve on this line. If queen e5, I have bishop here. So I'm not worried about that. But I want to play knight f3, and after all these trades, I don't want him to take on a7 at the end. Even though I could take on e4. Oh, I would have rook d1. Okay, I should have played that. That would have been a good line, actually. I think this is still good, too, but that was working. Okay. Okay, so do I take first? Or check? Take. Let's do this. Rook in. Okay, I'm going to attack him. I don't care about these pawns he's going to take. We're going for the attack. Or possibly the double up. I think with impending time pressure, this is the way to play it. What? Just take that. Now rook takes f2 as a threat. And he loses. Okay. Yeah, had good control there. I almost fell victim to a bad habit of mine, though, which is to take too much time in a winning position, deciding between good options. I've had that problem my whole chess career. It almost cost me that game. Well, it wasn't super close, but I hesitated on some decisions I think I should have made faster. So there's always improvement. Always room for improvement, guys. I could have played bishop takes f6, actually. All right. No matter. Let's get the two bishops if he's offering. Do I want them, though? Gets to open the file. Well, I guess I'm going to take it. For h5, I'll go here. Or maybe f4. Okay, let's castle this way. I'd like to do something on d5. Not working out yet, though. The queen is kind of precarious. Knight b5. Knight b5 and then b4. Nothing special, though. Okay, let's continue. If he plays king b8, though, it kind of diffuses all my fun. But I can still try to creep forward on the queen side. Maybe I should have played knight b5. I think I should have thrown that in. Yeah, that would have been better. Okay, continue. It's nice, though, with the two bishops. Still, say, somewhat better position. I think my bishop can fend for itself over here. Now let's just send this over. I have some ideas. So if he plays knight h7, I have g4. It's also bishop e2, but I think g4 is even better. Strange rook trap. Okay, now I might switch over to the other file, or try something with b4, knight b5. No, not working yet. Let's do this. Try to banish that knight to some bad position. With f5 coming or something like that. Just keep an eye on that time. Up at the exchange should be, if not winning, very good for me. Let's throw in this check. So now knight b5 is possible. Also g5. g5, f5. Let's play g5. And if knight d7, now check. Yeah, and he can't play king d7. So he's shedding more material. Okay, streak's at 4. 44 minutes left, guys. Playing Alexandra. You know what time it is. Well, b4 was always running into bishop takes b4. Joel, when my king's on a2, it was pinned. I feel like all my games in the Arena Kings in the Scandinavian are going to encourage more title players to look at this opening seriously. It's just week after week, twice a week if they're playing the Blitz and Bullet, I'm just hammering d5 in there on move 1. But still, you get the sense that a lot of them are just seeing these positions for the first time. Like, I'm already up. You know, it's not a whole lot of time, but I'm up time. And it's nice because I know what to do in these positions. Really? Interesting decision. So do I take and then castle? She does have bishop d3 then. Let's play g6. So pawns on light squares restrict the bishop. Okay. It's castle now, and I think she's going to close it up. There goes my time edge, but... But still, good position. Bit surprised by that. So if I take, you're going to take with a rook, you're saying. And then what if I go knight f6 or knight d7? All right, let's gamble. A win would be really nice. So I'm gonna try to play for pressure. I'm opening up my king a bit, but I'm almost obligating her to attack. So that's my rationale for doing this. Probably rook g5 now. And then I'll play probably king h8 or king f7. Probably king h8, huh? Yeah. Because I want to attack this pawn clearly, but I need to prep it. And I really, getting off the g file just helps in every aspect. Like knight h5 could be played without allowing rook takes h5. Okay. Let's go with the double plan. I might just win this pawn. Complicating factors. So if they're... Is she going to play rook takes? That would be kind of gnarly. I'm going to risk it. Bishop takes. Okay. So let's go here. And defend. Probably f5 will be played now. But then... Okay. This is interesting. Not a lot of time for either player. She has 3 pawns for the piece, but these pawns are disconnected. So, you know, I feel like if I can stabilize, I should be good. Now knight f5 is coming no matter what. Take. I think this works. Or g6, king h7. Okay. Yeah, and now we're going to have a time scramble. Get the king in. I am on the slightly more receiving end of this time scramble, I gotta say. At least for now. Get this around. I'm playing this well, though. This bishop's coming in. There we go. Come on, John. You can do this. Got it. Got it. Let's go, guys. That was a good Scandi game. Let's do this. Niels, thanks for the 100 bits. Also, Aretho, thanks for the 100 bits. Wants me to play Magnus 6. I am scared of Magnus 6, I have to admit. Okay. I'm in number 3 position. Playing d4. I played this guy before in this King's Indian. Now is the time to concentrate. b5. That's interesting. b5. All right, let's play for an attack. We're gonna keep our head down and play for an attack. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support. We've had a couple big wins. Naroditsky, Alexandra just a second ago. So, feeling good. 36 minutes left. We can make this top 8. I'm feeling dialed in with your guys' support. Okay. Whoa, what's up with that move? I can just take, right? Is he going to sack the exchange? He might. Yeah, he just blundered there, I think. He realizes it now. Okay, take. Let's take. I don't want to let him sack the exchange with bishop takes e5. coming in. You can maybe stabilize with queen e7. First take. But I'm still going to go with the plan. Make a new plan, Stan. No need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. How do I free my pieces for the attack here? F4 first, perhaps? Bishop e2. Play this a little slower. I want to go here without allowing bishop g4. Tricky. Okay, we're going to do this. Got to watch b2. b2 is a weakness, perennial weakness in my position. Okay, we're coming in. Does get the knight to e5. That's annoying. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I don't know what to do here. That's just a monster knight on e5 that he has all of a sudden. Can maybe go on the counterattack, queen b7 or rook takes b2. Yeah. All right, I'm going to sack. This is not working, but I don't see what else to do with 27 seconds left. Don't know if he had to take on b2 exactly. That looks a little unnecessary. Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have done that. This queen on b7 was protecting g7, but he still might be winning. Okay, he's going to take on e2 probably now. Yeah, try to defend like this. If he plays rook f7, I'm kind of stuck. I can take on c4, I suppose. No, but then he checks. I might not be losing that. Okay, let's try it. So if he goes here, let's do this. Am I losing this? I don't know. This is tricky, actually. h6 now. Okay, he doesn't have a whole lot of time himself. Okay, okay. Oh no, don't do that, John. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he could go there. Oh man, man. That was a big blunder. I thought he had to go to f8, and I was going to pick up the pawn. Oh, I almost had mate there. h6 check. Oh, I blew it right at the end. Oh, that would have been good. Okay. That's going to happen, though. I was probably losing before that, so... But still, you got to seize your chances in these games, and I did not seize that chance. h6 check was just good. Or queen e7. I have at least a draw. I probably would flag him. Dude, what can you do, though? Okay, take. Playing hammer. This is usually a good spot for the rook. These positions are subtle. Okay, let's just castle. He's trying to delay the capture on g6 for quite a while, which is interesting. Now he plays it. Yeah, I've never really thought that this was good for white, all this maneuvering, but it is possible. All right, let's go c5. c5, e5, that's the debate, which to do. See if he goes d5 and opens this up before I maneuver. He's just playing a lot faster than I am, so he does play it. Okay. Bishop c4 I'm inviting, with my queen pretty far off sides. Maybe it's not so bad for now, because he can't check here. But I need to get my knight out into the game. I can take on g6, okay. That's what he's trying to set up. So now if he does this, I take on c4, but little precarious. No, that doesn't work. My pieces are stuck here. I got them stuck. And I'm feeling the effects. Queen d5 back again. Yeah, now we can take. I'm going to resign this. Position's so bad. I got crushed that game. Okay, I'm out of the top 10 now. Still can make a charge here. And, you know, there are streamers who are in the mix. Or non-streamers, I should say, who are in the mix. So there's no reason to get 2 down. But 2 losses in a row hurts your streak. Man, I still can't believe I played that queen takes f6. But okay, I'm going to shut up about it now. I got too excited. Okay, tempting to sack, but I don't think it works. Let's go here first. And castle. Okay. We'll play this. Looks like a maybe slightly more comfortable endgame. I like those positions. Maybe he has trouble on b7, or on a7 rather. Let's reposition this. Thinking about future sacrifices here. Also, if this knight moves, knight c6 could be a problem. Yeah, just let me get the move order right. Take here first, probably. Yeah, that looks most accurate. But he's running into that big fork. That's pretty much a game-losing fork for him, too, because he loses more material. Oh, I'm not going to switch to the beta board right now. Chess Bay. I know it exists, but I'm not going to take the time to do that. Okay, let's take here first. Now, which way? Both are good. Check, and then take... I think I like taking this way. So yeah, we win in exchange plus a pawn. This rook's coming into one of these squares. Oh, you can just do it on the settings? No, I think I'm good. I'm gonna stick to this. I don't feel like speed is a problem. Playing well is the most important thing down the stretch. I'll look into it afterwards, but thank you for the heads up. Okay, let's keep the streak going. 18-18. Okay, so this could turn into like a QGD type position. Good pairing right here. So some chance to climb the ladder here right at the end. Oh, there's a lot of low-rated players actually doing pretty well. So I think as it stands now, I'm probably in the top 8, but would like a little bit more insurance, right? Okay, so let's open the position. This knight looks weird on c7. His bishop is bad. Knight e5, bishop h7. Ideas like that. c5. c5 could be very handy. See where this queen goes. Maybe he can play c5 here. Still has a hard time freeing himself, though. Not simple. So now if he plays c5, I can actually just take. Because after the trade, I have rook d8 if he takes on e5, and he would be busted. Okay, we're going to go here. I'm giving up the d5 square, so he can maneuver his knight back in, but that's his only good piece. All right, attack. Forward. Looking for f5 eventually. Not yet, though. Needs to be prepped. So he can put his bishop back on e8. Ooh, no, that move must be punished. He's opening right towards f7. Which way do I take? He has a check he can give. But I think this is good. I think I can do this. Yeah, and his queen runs out of squares where he can protect h6. He's not immediately dead after that. I still have to find... Oh, no, but it's pretty close. He's going to have problems on h7. So take check. Check. Okay, what's the best way to end this? Rook d1, maybe. Yeah. If I take the bishop, it simultaneously protects the knight. Check first. Not even let him take the knight. Now it's GG. Okay. Number 9. 19 minutes left. Big push, guys. Big push. Locksmiths. Good pairing again. I'm going to do what he's doing. Okay. If he takes it, I might take it with the pawn. I think I will take it with the pawn. Goes back. Curious. All right. Rook d1 was, I think, pretty much winning there. It's a weird move. Giving up a good bishop for an undeveloped knight. Let's save this guy now. He really wants my bishop, but maybe I can use this half-open file. Okay, let's take. I'm thinking e5 after this. He does have queen a4 check. No, we're going to sack. I've decided. I'm going to sack again. Let him take the pawns. He has a suspiciously underdeveloped position. Demands punishment. If he takes here, I can play bishop c5, is my thinking, and target f2, maybe knight e4 coming. Probably he'll play e3 now. But he is completing his development fast, isn't he? With the bishop coming out. All right, let's try to force it through in the center. He can castle queenside now. Maybe dece. But then I get my knight into e4. Cause some trouble. But make him think. We need this game. This game would be really big to get. Okay, stay active. If b4, I think just back this bishop up. Wow, is he going to castle now? Allow me to take on f2? Because that looks darn near suicidal. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a big attack here. Now he's going to castle, but I think queen g5, knight f4. That should be close to winning. His pieces are kind of scattered to the four winds here. This is a big threat. He'd have to play g4 if I did that. Yeah, he's going to go for g4, but this is a monster knight. The dark squares are not his friend here. Not going to take anything yet. Just creep in. This is game. Okay. Streak's at 3, 15 minutes left. We climbed to 6 with that game, but it's really tight. I don't know if you guys can see those standings. It's pretty darn tight right there. So, okay, another good pairing. The Drift. Thanks, Chessy Bus. Says, nice win against the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, this, I hate this gambit. I hate this gambit. The Geller Gambit, the bane of my existence. I'll do my best. I'm going to play a sideline that I've played before. This is the idea. You try to clear e6 as a safe square for your bishop, or you try to secure e6 as a safe square for your bishop, stopping knight g5. I've already told people that I dislike playing against the Geller Gambit. I feel like I'm not giving away any sequence there. Okay, so let's do this first. We're going to castle by hand. This is a good version of it, because his h4 move, it doesn't really fit with what he would like to do. And black can try to castle by hand here. I want my queenside majority to do some nice work later. Let's play... So he's a debate in these positions. Let's go a5 first. So I can develop my knight, but not run into rook a6. So what's he going to do here? If rook h4, I can take on f3, I think. And then he takes, I take, he takes c6, but I have check and pick up the rook. That should be winning. So he castles. All right. So... for my next trick, I'm going to go here. Let's push. If he takes it, I don't think he can take c4 at the end, because I can take f3. Can take f3 and then take d4 is my thinking. And that should be very nice for me. The only thing is my coordination here is not great, but everything else is awesome for me. I'm practically winning on the queen side. So he needs something strong here, but I think this can be met by takes. Let's calculate. Take, take. He's got to move his queen somewhere to defend. But I have queen g5 ideas. Take on e5. h5 is probably hanging. He might get a little bit of activity out of that, but it looks good. I'll have the knight. Okay, so he doesn't take, but I can take on d4 anyways here. But I love my bishop. I don't know if I should do that. Really like my bishop. Yeah, I don't think I should play that way. Let's play c3. We'll keep this option open, but might as well save that pawn. If he wants to sack the exchange, so be it. Need this win, though, guys. Need this win. Can I take? No, not yet. Let's try to work our way in. Kind of fighting without my rook in the corner, but I think this is enough to win. He's got his queen blockading. Bishop b3 could be a threat here. He's going to need something really creative to try to survive, but I don't think it's possible. Thanks, that fat kid. He says, play faster, John. I always need that reminder, so thank you. I do constantly need that. I'm going to play to restrict his queen. If I go b2, it's also good, but maybe he could go here. I don't know. Okay. Now this should be winning. This is a threat. Okay. go here. Keep an eye on a3, attack d4. If he moves that knight, we got him. Let's move the king. Just a little king finesse. So I can take d4 without running into check. Now we got him. Rook a1 take, we got him. All right. Streak's at 4, 10 minutes left. Maybe 2 more games. Yeah, Daniel is a rage monster. That is correct. I hope he archives his video this time. He didn't archive his bullet video. I just wanted to see him playing because I haven't seen him streaming yet. But yeah, he likes to rage. He's a tilter, but in a good-natured way, in a really funny way. He's very hard on himself. He has very high standards for himself. Okay. I think I can play bishop h5 in this case and invite g4. Yeah, a lot of people do this. They do that and then they come back. Let's keep more tension. I'm going to let him have the bishop pair. He doesn't want it, though. Okay, take. I think I will trade queens here with you, if you want. So your d-pawn is weak. It's a backward pawn. Daniel's not very PG. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's what makes him great. Very entertaining. Okay, I love this position. I'm a big fan of my position right now. Which way to castle? It's castle kingside. He's going to play b3 to kick me out. But that's all right. He's got that long-term weakness that we can pile up against. F5, yeah, that's a good move. I should have played probably... All right, well, let's do this. Probably should have used my other rook to keep a presence on the f-file, but still a good position. Thanks to that fat kid for the 300 bits. Thank you for the support. What is he calculating here? If he can take or not? Probably not worth calculating. Yeah, he just jumps in. Okay. So do I play knight d5 or... I'm gonna go knight d5. I don't know. I'll try to hold out on e6. Bishop g5. What do I do? It's bishop c1. That should be trouble though, right? I can take and then play knight e7, backward knight move. That just looks wrong. Backward knight move to double attack. Ah, but he has knight f6. But then I pin him. I pin him at the end. This could get interesting. I have bishop e3 to unpin. Oh, I could also do this one. Now he has check then. Okay, so go here. He has to play bishop e3. And now take. Probably knight f5. Now let's just take. Interesting tactics going on, right? Stick this guy in d5. I think that's best. Looks very stable here. I'm up a pawn. And I got the bishop versus the knight. We like that for endgames. In bullet situations. Stop a check here. How do I trick him here? First, let's do this. So I can maybe approach with my king. If here, I'm going to play f6. I like this close quarter combat with the knight. Okay, check. King can't approach because he has to stay guarding the bishop. All right. We got that game, guys. And we might, if he resigns. Okay, he's not going to resign, but still completely winning. Okay. And yeah, we might be able to get one more game in. Alex. Okay. He's in #1 position. So this game could be critical. This might be one of these games, though, that we have to agree to a draw at the end. We had this in the Bullet Tournament, too. And I played knight e4. But I'm going to try to improve this time. Because knight e4 ended up losing a pawn. This looks nice again. E4, I think I can take it. Okay, let's just pull this back. Go e6. Stay solid. Let's take. Make sure there's no bishop b4. He could be threatening that at a moment's notice. Actually, I think that's okay. I'm going to let him do that. I think it's fine. Rook c1, queen b8. He offers a draw. Okay, I'll take it. He's ahead on the clock. There's 3 minutes left. I mean, this is the problem with the end of these tournaments. You don't really have a proper chance to play a real game. I mean, maybe there if he kept playing fast enough, but how's it going, Goldcat? Goldcat is a viewer. But for me, obviously, the biggest thing is just securing qualification now. We need to do that. Let's take this. But yeah, hello to Goldcat. Let's see if he blunders. Here, knight bd7, there's bishop takes. And I win a pawn. There's not enough time to get the full point, though. Take or... Alright, let's take. So up a pawn. Spin. Let's go here. And I'm thinking maybe reorganize with c3 and pull this back like this way. Should be good. Only a minute 25 left, though. He's got some compensation. He has a little bit of activity, but the extra pawn should tell here, I mean, in a longer game. Just put a stop to knight g4, first of all. I could try to trap him. g3, if he takes, I have bishop e2. Does that trap his queen? It's a pretty funny queen trap. Does that really trap his queen? No, he has knight d2. No, but that doesn't matter. Let's try it. Yeah, knight d2 bails him out because he can take my queen, but I have won a pawn in the process. So simplified. That's a bit of a trap. Ah, 20 seconds left. I'll offer him a draw. Might as well. Okay. Think that's going to be it, guys. There we have it. Okay. So I finished 5th. I got 5th place. We secured the knockout qualification, probably with a decent seed, too. So let's count here. I think I was the 3rd streamer, unless Vitor CTBA 2015 was a streamer, or this player, too, Firmino. So yeah, Alex took it. First place, 78 points. He scored 24 out of 28. That's one of those characteristic strong performances I was mentioning from these guys. Yeah, this Firmino player, Hammer, 22.5 out of 28. Pretty similar type of score to Lenderman. Yeah, and then this player, and I got 5th. Okay. So, just like Monday, we will wait for the bracket to come out, and I will try to put up the bracket. I'm definitely going to take a little bathroom break here because my match will not be first. That was fun. I think I played pretty well, except for, yeah, I lost a little bit of momentum losing to that D. Fortson guy, who's a tough opponent for me. I haven't done well against him. So, yeah, blundering queen takes f6. Admittedly, I was under pressure that game, though. My initiative fizzled out at some point. I think if he hadn't taken on b2 there, I would have been dead in the water. So, and I got outplayed by Hammer. Those 2 games, I think, are the only real games where I regret what happened. And Hammer just outclassed me. I could have played different, but he was just the better player there. But aside from that, I think I played pretty well. I beat Naroditsky in a nice game. I beat Alexander Kostyniuk. I had black in both of those games. Drew with Gatakomsky. Yeah, kept the pressure on. Night Moose, thank you for the resubscription. And again, that fat kid donated 200 bits. Says great performance. Thank you, guys. So take a little bit of a break here because the bracket's going to go up. I will link you guys to that. We'll keep the stream rolling. We've got 285 viewers. I'll be right back, guys. Still got a little bit of coffee left. Thanks, Clanger. All right, be right back. Guys, stop the presses. I just got a text from Chipotle that says guac is free today with an online or app purchase. I'm definitely doing that after this tournament's done. All right, so we're still waiting on the bracket. I'm playing Naroditsky, first one. Oh, man. That's going to be a tough first match or rematch. Yeah, because Naroditsky got 12th. Yeah, by his standards, he didn't perform very well. 18.5 out of 24. That's surprising that he didn't get in. He got in the same amount of games I did. But that's surprising he didn't get, like 4 extra games, which Lenderman and Hammer did. That's a big thing in these events, by the way. If you get in 4 extra games and you're only playing mid to high 20s in the total number of games, that's huge. So maybe I got to go for the kill faster. So, all right, I'm playing Naroditsky. That's going to be interesting. We got a couple matches before that, though. Free guac, though, today, guys. At least that's the text I got, so you might want to make a Chipotle purchase. Chipotle and Starbucks are the two places I spend the most money. By far. I get a pretty healthy item at Chipotle, though. I get no rice, black beans, double chicken, a lot of fajita veggies, mild, corn and sour cream. I don't even get the fun stuff, like guac, because guac is extra, as we know, and cheese. I don't do cheese. I sometimes eat cheese, but not at Chipotle anymore. It's high in sodium, but otherwise it's pretty healthy. Do we have mucho burrito in the States? Yeah, there's a lot of burrito places. No, I know rice isn't bad for you. I just prefer not to do the rice. I get enough carbs. I have a big bowl of oatmeal in the morning. John, are you rich? No, I'm rich in the sense that I have a lot of good friends. I have you guys, my adoring YouTube and Twitch subscribers. I'm doing what I want to do in life. Monetarily, I'm doing okay too, but no, I'm not rich by any means. John is a low-carb paleo warrior. I am quite basic, I gotta say. I mean, Starbucks and Chipotle, I don't know how much more white you can get. All right. Awaiting. We're sitting, waiting, wishing. So Lenderman will be up first. Playing possibly Gatakomsky, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Assuming Diano, well, I don't know if Diano Sky is even a streamer. So Lenderman will be playing Gata or Pedro Martinez, one of those two. I'm sure he would prefer to play Pedro Martinez. Enable beta. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fix what isn't broke, at least for this one. I understand the beta board is faster or whatever, but I don't really see a big difference, and I don't want to mess with it right now. I'll take a look at it afterwards, though. Who's Hammer playing? Someone says that he has a super easy pairing. Is he getting paired down to someone? John, are you saving for retirement? Yes. That Starbucks may be costing you more than its face value. Well, you got to enjoy your life too, right? That's my one vice is Starbucks coffee, and I don't even order anything super expensive. It's about the experience. It's about getting out of the house. I've explained this before. It's not so much that I'm just absolutely in love with Starbucks coffee. But when you work from home, you're on your computer all day. I need to get out of the house and actually do something and be around people. I don't necessarily want to talk to them. I just want to sit, use their internet, drink my 2 cups of coffee, the second of which is free. You get free refills if you're a Starbucks Gold member. So that's a decent investment of $3 per day. I don't have any other super expensive vices. I have a very affordable mortgage. Refinanced like a year ago. I got an amazing rate. But thank you guys for the financial advice. Do you say your genre every time, or do you give them a special name? Honestly, I use the mobile order a lot for Starbucks. So I just, right before I leave home, I put in the mobile order and I go there. And it says John on the cup. Like this one says John, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Make sure there's no information I don't want leaked out there. No, it just says John Grande iced coffee. Starbucks mobile order is great. And yeah, you can also online order for Chipotle, like I was talking about too. I haven't done that too often though. I usually just go to Chipotle in person and order. Sometimes they give you free stuff if you do that. Like sometimes they may not charge you for the double chicken. Still waiting for the fashion advice. You could do a stream out of a Starbucks one day playing viewers. Yeah, I'm not sure the other people at Starbucks would like that, but it is possible. Don't order as International Master John Bartholomew. John, you might actually not be playing Naroditsky because apparently some qualified players might have left. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at the super secret chess.com Slack channel, and they're verifying who's in, who's out. Checking the results. One grande Americano for International Master John Bartholomew. Yeah. We were just talking about that on stream the other day. Someone was asking. He said, I noticed that a lot of chess professionals, they really like using their title. They put Grandmaster in front of everything. And yeah, there are some chess players like that, but I don't think putting GM or IM in front of your name or having people address you as International Master is really going to fly in real life. Let's see if Alex is playing yet. No, he wouldn't be playing yet. There's not even a bracket out yet. Thanks to all the viewers who are sticking around. 283 viewers. Here, let's just get a game up while we wait. Let's watch. This is not the playoff, is it? I think Alex and Simon are playing. Let me close this. They're playing for some reason, but I don't think Simon qualified. Not that he's not capable, but I'm pretty sure this is not for the top 8. All right. I like Simon's position. He's down in exchange, but whoa, what is this? Why? What is this? Hold up. Is this the player I'm playing? Okay. Neil Vala, 1422. What is this? All right, Neil. Good luck. I'm playing Neil the intern. Okay. Oh, this is the Chess Bra intern? Wow. Okay, interesting. That is an unexpected development. How many is this best out of, by the way? Does anyone know that? That information? Is this best of 5, 3? I think it's best of 3, right? Because that would be helpful to know. Let's go here. I need to stop knight c4 and get ready to cackle. Best of 5. Okay. So maybe that's why they're starting all these matches simultaneously, is it's a bit longer. So they need to hustle with some of these matches, get them going. Okay, let's just castle. And I'm going to take. And now, let's target this pawn. This potentially weak pawn. So I'm sorry we don't have a bracket up yet, guys. I did not see one posted, but I will check pretty soon. All right, so he has this weak pawn. He's playing well, though. Obviously, we have a big rating advantage in this match. Okay, this should be winning material. Yeah, you walked into a skewer here. Ooh. Yeah, and that's what often happens with lower-rated players, is they make one mistake and then they compound it with another mistake. So, I mean, I'm sure he knew that knight c4 was not possible because it wasn't playable a couple moves prior to that. But he probably just got a little nervous, kind of forgot. That can happen a lot. Ecstatic Broccoli says, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's take. Let's just get more pieces off the board. I'm up an entire rook here, so. Trades are good. So, even though I'm benefiting from this pairing, I think this is a good illustration of why this current Arena Kings is, you know, it's the first time chess.com has done this. It's been a really big success. I really, really like what they're doing. But it needs to be improved because it's not right that, you know, I get an easy game like this and potentially someone who's a higher seed gets a harder pairing. And, like, someone's probably playing Gatakomsky right now. Alex or maybe Hammer. So clearly that shouldn't happen. Okay, so up a decisive amount of material, just trying to trade these pieces. Let's just get the queens off the board. I think quickest way to bring this to a conclusion. Get rid of the back rank problem. Yeah, he plays fine. I mean, this is a big rating mismatch, obviously, so you gotta remember people probably at this rating have never been in a situation like this. He's playing completely fine. He dropped some pieces, but that's expected. Okay, let's go for the rematch. Let's hit him with the Scandi. We've been playing Scandi all day. So let's continue. The QD8. Queen D8 Scandi. Just develop as normal. Let's get this knight into d5. If he takes, I'm going to take with the knight and try to play bishop f6 after this. Try to work our way in on the dark squares, worm in. So if he moves the rook now, yeah, knight c3, and if I could get his dark square bishop, I'd be really happy. Also tempting, a bit tempting to play bishop c3, but I think knight c3 is even stronger, so. Just get those dark squares. Be queen f6 next. Yeah, now bishop g4 could be a nasty move to deal with. Just kind of hard for him to free himself here. Chessbase said, did they not see JB flag Gatakomsky the other day? Oh, you mean, yeah, that clip? Okay, I can take on h3 here. It's interesting. Win a pawn. But I think I'm going to play to control the position more. Yeah, but I could do that and that, but in a way that kind of frees him, so I'm going to try to keep him under my thumb a bit more. Objectively, though, it was probably stronger to do that other thing. Okay, let's do this. Expand. Maneuvering. Okay. Let's attack this guy. Yeah, Eric is encouraging him right now. Yep. Eric's a good hype man. Again, I could win this pawn, but I don't want to. I want to keep I like my bishops. But I'm giving him a chance to rectify the mistake. Or at least not leave this hanging. Maybe I'll attack with these guys next. We'll see. Okay, so let's pick off this pawn. He's made 6 consecutive knight moves now. That's the Scandi effect. People just don't know how to react. Okay, so here, do I take on f2 first? Yeah, let's take f2 first. If he takes with the rook, I take. And he can't take back. Swap a couple pawns. Go here. Rook d4 coming up. If here, fortunately my queen is defending. Ooh, but that's check. It's a discovery. And we have a bracket. We have a bracket posted. I'll get that up after this one. After this match, that is. Where's my mate? Mate in 2. Okay. Yeah, that was tough for him once I secured the bishop pair. I think that's when it got pretty difficult for him to play. This is a weird opening. Okay. Let's try to capitalize on his somewhat strange looking development. Might try to open the position early. Yeah, let's take. This could be trouble for him. Okay, so if I go here, I'm threatening queen h5. He has to play h5 now. h5 is the only defense. As I'm even controlling the flight square, so he can't play d6. And if h5, maybe I go here. Nah, but yeah, that's probably good. Bishop e2. Yeah, only move. They call that a box move, if you want to sound chess savvy. Box, because in Formator, box is the symbol for force move. So he found it. That's good. But unfortunately, the position is still busted. This is going to land. He should play bishop g7, I suppose, but yeah, he's going to get forked here. Which way do I want to do this? Knight f7 is pretty brutal. Let's do knight f7. Even better than knight g6, I think, because knight g6, at least his queen wouldn't be harassed, but knight f7, if queen e8, I take to get this little pendulum going. He's got to move his queen back. And then I can hop my knight around again. But where to? We'll figure that out next. We've got his queen shuttling back and forth. Be nice to pick up more material here. But I'm not quite seeing it. Know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to put the knight on f5. And he's just so stuck here. I'm going to try to go queen g4 next. Use the knight to attack this bishop. Because if he goes here, I can take it, is the thing. He can play d6, though. But still, queen g4, he's going to have trouble in the light squares. John, you made him depressed. Yeah, it's tough. I know it's really tough playing against someone that much higher rated than you. I can totally sympathize with Neil. But he did very well to make the final 8. So, kudos to him. Doing the chess bras proud. I feel like I can play for more here because his king is so weak. Let's go f4. I think f4 is handy. Queen g6, he always plays knight h8. So, we'll do it this way. Okay. So we take that match. Thank you, Neil. Shout out to the Chess Bras. They did excellent commentary on Beal, by the way. Tournament just finished today. I was actually going to join them for one of the rounds, but we weren't able to make it work. I was pretty busy this week with all the streaming. He says, good games. All right, so let's drop into another match here. I guess. Okay, so Simon did qualify. And he's taken a game off of Lenderman, it looks like. So let's take a look at this match. The other matches, well, I'll just get the bracket up for you guys. How about that? How about that? Ooh, this is... okay. How do I do this, though? Okay. Getting the bracket just took me a second because my recording software updated recently and I don't quite know how to use everything yet. Let's get a nice big bracket going so you guys can see it. All right. So Simon snuck in there to the top 8. He's the 8th seed playing Lenderman the 1. Hammer is the 2 seed playing against Kasper Pollock, the FM. I was the 3 seed playing against Neil, who was a 6. And then FM Pedro Martinez is playing Naroditsky 4 versus 5 matchup. So, you know, I got by far the easiest pairing. I benefited from the somewhat lopsided pairings. Chess Bay is just saying that Hammer won. So Hammer advances against Kasper. We'll keep an eye on this one. So I will be playing Hammer next, because we're on the right side of the bracket here. Right up in the East region. So Hammer, going to be tough. I just plan my strategy against him. He has my number. And I have beat him before, but I find him to be a tricky opponent. I need to play faster against him. Number 1 rule. By far, play faster. Okay, Simon can play knight takes e4 here, I think. Because if rook takes, he takes on b4, and Lenderman can't take him back because there's a pin. So he needs to find knight takes e4 in this position. He might be okay even without that. Maybe... Whoa, is that a blunder? Takes? Takes, and then what? He's going to take here and play for an attack? That kind of looks like a blunder, though. Rook takes d2. Lenderman's pondering right now. So Simon needs to avoid losing this game. Yeah, Hammer is on fire. Lenderman plays f6. That strikes me as very, very strange. Why would you do that? Maybe he didn't see rook takes d2 or didn't like something about it. Yeah, rook takes e4, of course. You're right, Chessy Bus. My bad. That's a fork, isn't it? There's all these weird pin situations. Yeah, you're right. Arbepe says, during the earlier game against him, he said he was just going to play as fast as possible and not worry about the best moves. He wanted to flag. Yeah, we played against each other a lot, and I know he's a keen observer of strategy. Good friends with Magnus Carlsen, has helped him in world championship matches. I mean, Hammer's been 2,700 FIDE before. He's a world-class player, so Simon's got a good chance here. Well, this is going to get interesting. I think Simon might be winning this. Well, that's hard to say, actually. He's going to have an initiative for sure. Black's king is on the chopping block here, but is it enough? Maybe queen c2 to guard h7? Seems like the right move. Okay, possible threat here. Simon's very good in these positions. Ooh, queen h5. There's rook f7. He's going to try to sneak his king over. I think this one's going to come down to the wire. I don't see Lenderman blundering catastrophically, but I think Simon's going to keep the attack. It's up for grabs. Doesn't want to trade queens, clearly. Ooh, okay, so now some counterattack by Lenderman. Maybe get his queen in to threaten this. Oh, Chessbra, thank you for the host. 853 viewers coming our way. Thanks, Chessbras. And again, congrats to Neil. Oh, did Simon blunder? He can't eliminate that, and this is mate. He doesn't have any good checks anymore. He's going for the Hail Mary check, but yeah, that's too bad. So I believe Lenderman is advancing. And now let's see if there's that one other match left, or if Naroditsky's already done. He might be done. See if anyone's talking about that. Anyone know what happened with Naroditsky's game? Because if he's done, we're going to be playing Hammer here any moment. Daniel 1-3-0. Okay. Well, here we go. Last time the game just started automatically, so I'm just going to chill for a second. All right. Come on. Playing Hammer. He's tough, but we can take him down. I've been playing well today. We can do it. Thanks, Beta. Thanks, Eschner. Thanks, Ghost of Bonko, Clanger. Yeah, get those fire emojis. Let's get the, you know what time it is, Team Scandy going. All right, here we go. Game 1. I expect him to do the same thing he's doing before. I think we're going to repeat that opening that we had. I don't mind playing this opening. I mean, I know he gets a slight edge with the bishops and whatnot, but it's very playable for black. No sweat. Let's go here. Let's take. Slightly different move order this time. Play a6 again, though. It's castle. There's some theory here. Last time he did this, he pulled the bishops back, which looks very strange to the uninitiated, but that happens a lot in these type of positions. They're pretty subtle. White kind of pulls back, waits for the position to open to try to use the bishops later. Okay, he's pausing. Let's do the same thing I did last time. Maybe I can get b5 in faster. I didn't manage to get b5 in last time. I went for c5, which I think turned out to be a mistake. So he does that. Okay. Interesting. Try a different setup. Can't take here because I am defending backwards, so that does help. Okay, interesting situation here. So again, I got to be aware if ever I play e5, he has queen takes g6. That's pinned. Okay. Might be playing knight back to d3. All right, we're going to roll with the two knights. We're rolling with the two knights against the two bishops. In the true style of bullet and blitz. Right? Using that knight pair to the maximum. Being very annoying. It's double. Gain a little space. Okay. Let's back this off. Okay. Slightly weakening f6, but I think it's fine. Is he going to take and play for a6? Something like that? Interesting. Let's take this way. Try to stay active. Don't know who this favors. Probably him. He's got the bishop. But you never know. Hard to say. Okay. Probably going to go after my A pawn. Oh, that's not check. Whoops. Why did I think that was check? I just hallucinated. I thought this was a check here. Whoops. Okay. Lose the first game. Let's focus. Hammer is tough. Whoa, knight f6. Okay. Not sure why he played knight f6 on move 2. Strange decision. I think that was some sort of over-anxious blunder or something. All right, so good opportunity to strike back. Yeah, that was looking tough, I agree. That was looking tough to deal with. Let's go here. Trying to get in. Oh, I could have played bishop takes. What am I doing? Bishop takes b5 was just good. Okay, this is still good, though. Okay. We're both making some weird blunders. Okay, just develop. I'm up a pawn with a really nice position. He can't play bishop g7 because I go here. Probably bishop c4 next. Okay, knight in. Let's just take. Just develop. Okay, gonna take. I know b6 is hanging, but I'm going more for development. Try not to lose the initiative. Try to keep the pressure. I'm up a pawn still. Okay, he drops that in. Let's attack like this. A4 maybe. Ah, that's not a good move though. Yeah. I have problems on f3. Just play fast, John. You still got a good position. Take. His rook takes g2 if I do that. Still. I can play rook a8. Man, this is annoying. Not doing well here. Well, the position might still be okay, but time-wise, it's a problem. Can he take? Okay, check. Let's do this. Check. Come on, John. Ah, no, I'm losing this. I panicked. Didn't have any time. Panicked. Totally panicked. Oh, so bad. Ugh. Yeah, that was a bad game. Just missed numerous chances to... And just bishop takes b5 in the opening. Alright. Must win situation. Or at least must not lose situation. Okay, let's switch this up a little bit. Definitely not pleased with my play here. Let's just play fast and see what happens. It's going to clamp it. Okay. I have to win, so I'm going to go for this, even though... Okay, he didn't take. Let's take then. Bishop c1. Okay. Okay. Looks like I'm getting something on the king side. Can maybe play king f1 there, I don't know, but his king will be perpetually weak is my hope. Let's see what we're made of here. I need to claw back in this thing. So can I actually do this? I think I can. And if he takes, I take with the queen, and his king is in big trouble. So this is looking pretty good. I can always bail out with my king this direction. He doesn't really have that luxury. It's definitely castle now. This is a great position. Straight up. Got to attack him in the center. I think I can just take this. He has discoveries, but he has trouble in any case. Let's give it a check. Can't let him escape this one, guys. Rook h3 coming. Oh. Okay. Don't panic, John. You got this. Don't panic, John. You got this, John. Come on, let's do this. Let's go, come on. Still back against the wall, but that was our game. Okay. If I just cut down the decision making a little bit against him, just the back and forth decision making, and I'm debating between two moves, he just plays a move. And I tend to oscillate between options. Okay, let's stop knight e4. I think we had this exact position. I also had this against my student, Tom. One thing I learned, better to keep b4 back. Yeah, Hammer doesn't resign. You guys saw that stalemate he pulled off on me before, so that's a good example of why maybe he doesn't resign. Okay, we're going to play this structure. And we're going to play it fast. Get that knight over. I don't think he wants a queen trade. All right, I'm going to play b4. I'm just debating whether to do it. So if he takes here, I can take his queen. That's important. But yeah, rook there. That's probably a move I should have paid a little more heed to. Okay. So maneuvering a lot. Wants that bishop in on f3. I'm definitely worried about that. Oh, he can win the exchange. Bummer. Okay. Well, try to work some magic here. Knight d2. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to do here. Yeah, he gets that in. Try to keep his rook out, I suppose. Attack with the knight. See what happens. Knight e5. Can't figure out how to crack that particular setup he has. That opening, that is. Probably rook a8's good here. All right, I'll try this. I might run into back rank problems. Queen d6. I got to open my king, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I can somehow survive. Queen here looks pretty strong. Yeah, that's also good, I think. Yeah, that looks over. Let him take my knight. Play a couple more moves, I suppose. Yeah, it's over. Okay. Nice match, Hammer. Good mini match. He's just better than me. Yeah, I got outplayed this game too. So the first game we played in the arena, and then this game I felt were the two games where I felt most comprehensively outplayed. I gotta look into how to play this line, because maybe the way I'm playing it is not quite right. I had a big chance in the second game. Like, losing the second game after that opening was just really bad. Really bad. Even at the end in the time scramble, I probably should not have lost. So that was disappointing. Played well in the third game, but not enough. Against a player like this, you need to seize all your chances, because he's not going to give you much of a window. So not playing bishop takes b5 in the first game is unforgivable. That move was pretty much winning on the spot. Unless there's some sort of elaborate queen trap that I'm missing, but I don't think he can do it. A takes b5, rook takes a8. No, he can't do anything there. Yeah, it was a pretty good performance. Just, I think if in chess you got to be hard on yourself. You got to be completely honest with yourself, and I can play better than that. I know I can play better than that. I know Hammer's 150 plus points higher than me, FIDE. But I don't feel like these games are that far out of reach. Okay, let's take a look at... We'll stick around for the end of this tournament. Lenderman and Naroditsky are playing a close match. Oh, I think do I actually play the loser of this? Is that how it works? I think I do. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There's no consolation, is there? For third place? Snake asks, can you please check if there was a missed mate? I don't think I missed a mate. I definitely don't think I missed a mate in that last game. In the second game? Yeah, very possible. I'm not going to pull that second game up, but yeah, I missed so many chances that second game. See ya, Tom Walker. Thanks for the support. Am I still doing a bunch of chess study? Not at the moment, Chessy Bus. No, I've kind of relaxed that a little bit just because I've been busy with other stuff, teaching, streaming. Okay, this looks like Lenderman has steered this to equality. He is down 30 seconds, though. 40 seconds on the clock. Should be a draw, though. Let's see if Naroditsky can somehow beat him here. See you, Belgian Novice. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Horrible Pawn. Hey, Becky Boop. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, good to see you, too. Oh, hey, Super Saiyan. So we played in that last game, that Scandinavian game, huh? Yeah. Well, you were doing well. That was the game where I checkmated you on B2 at the end, but you were up in exchange, right? If not for the clock, you would have been doing really well there. Thanks, Nikki Schul. Any way to update the bracket? I don't think so. Let me check if there is an updated one. But I don't think so. Yeah. They haven't been posting it. But we'll keep an eye on this match. I'm kind of curious who's going to win the final. Oh, wow. So Naroditsky needs to win this game. A draw is not good enough because if these scores are accurate, Lenderman just needs 3. It's best of 5. So Naroditsky is doing his best to try to flag Lenderman here in this completely drawn position. I think he's going to accomplish it too. I think he will get the flag. Okay, he might not even take that pawn yet. Yeah, he might oscillate a little bit, delay taking that pawn so that the 50 moves doesn't completely start. Yeah, he's gonna only take that pawn later. This is some extreme flagging, but this is what happens. So this game is gonna be 2.5, 2.5. Or this match, rather. And he can play f5 whenever he gets close to 50 moves. I mean, yeah, Lenderman's just gonna get flagged here is the thing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even making moves in point 1, he's still gonna get flagged. Yeah. So he can play f5. He'll just do it at some point. f5 or b5. There you go. Okay, so now Lenderman can move his king, but no way he makes 50 moves in 2.1 seconds. Hey, Ryan TJ Knight. Chessbait, can you just confirm that there's no consolation match? I'm not playing the loser of this match, am I? Yeah, there you go. Danya won. So this is a winner-take-all sudden death matchup. Whoever wins this next game between them. I mean, you might say that's dirty, but what choice did Naroditsky have other than just gracefully bowing out? Maybe some players would do that, but I would reckon that most people would not. I don't think Lenderman would. That's just, I mean, when you're playing no increment blitz, this is going to happen. And I don't think you can blame the players for that. What would Naka do? Yeah, of course. Naka would be reveling in that flag. Okay. So, 2.5, 2.5 between these guys, these heavy hitters. Hey, Frozen Edge. Yeah, my pleasure, Oslo. Thanks for tuning in to this stream. We're going on 3 hours here. 379 viewers. Just lost a tough matchup to John Ludwig Hammer. 3-1. What? Oh, they're playing an Armageddon game. Okay, they're playing Armageddon. That's why the time adjustment is going on here. They're going to restart. I think a couple people were just talking about that in the chat. So this is 5 versus 3 minutes. Why 5 versus 3? Well, Naroditsky has draw odds. They do this to force a decisive result. So if the game is a draw, Naroditsky wins. Otherwise, they're just playing as normal with Lenderman starting with 2 extra minutes. Joel, I can't update the bracket. I didn't make this bracket. This is just posted from what chess.com posted. Bishop takes c4, knight takes c5. Maybe knight takes c5 isn't good. Black takes. So this does change Naroditsky's strategy a little bit, right? So if you get into a situation like in the previous game, a draw is completely fine for him. And Lenderman would have to be the one who would push. Dual commentaries. I know I'm going to be playing Nicolas Huschenbett in, I think, a couple, like 1 month, roughly. Yeah, first week of September. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Ooh, he can't take with the rook here because of bishop c3. Okay, now I like Naroditsky's chances here for sure. I think it's equal material. He's going to pick off this pawn. They both have a lot of time left. But Naroditsky's doing an exceptional job of keeping pace on the clock. Yeah, this is a drawn rook endgame. Even if white were able to win this pawn, it's still a draw, but I don't think Naroditsky's going to let it get that far. But there is the time factor, right? I mean, maybe we'll see the tables turning here. Yeah, Naroditsky's really fast. He's unbelievable with his time management. He's so good at that. Pretty tough to drum anything up here. I did not know that they have the exact same FIDE rating. That's interesting. Yeah, I would say they're pretty close in rating. Or in strength, rather, in classical. Lenderman is an excellent player. Okay, so Naroditsky put himself in this situation where he can't move his rook for fear of losing this pawn, but he's going to challenge Lenderman to do something here. Lenderman's playing with an extra pawn, but there's no real way to make progress here, at least that I see, without allowing black to at least win the pawn back somewhere. I mean, probably he'll try king h5 at some stage. But the thing is, you can never advance these pawns because black will take, and then the king will get exposed. whichever way you recapture. You don't want to open up black for rook f1 or rook h1 check when they can promote after that. So if he ever does this or this, look for Naroditsky to play this or this to attack these complementary pawns. Give up c2, but take. Then we're going to have a 3 versus 3. And the time situation is getting pretty close here. So now I think Naroditsky's going to play that. Oh, he plays rook f1. Yep, so now 3 versus 3. Let's see. Let's see if Lenderman can attempt to flag this. I don't think he's going to succeed. He might not even try. Well, actually, is he losing now because of h5? Not losing, but okay, he can take here for one thing. That's an easy draw. Check. Take, trade everything off. That's just a draw. Yeah. Wow, no sweat for Naroditsky. Naroditsky didn't even use half his time to secure that draw. That's impressive. That's a guy who can just get a result. He knows how to get a result. Black has draw odds, so Naroditsky advances. And we'll be playing Hammer in this final match. This will be a good one. Still give the nod to Naroditsky, definitely, but Hammer, you know, we just saw what he can do. He can take down the mighty John Bartholomew. So this will be a fierce match, I think. I think this one will be close, but I'm giving the slight nod to Naroditsky. So we're just waiting on this. Yakov N in the chat says, I got next. Didn't he say that on the broadcast for one of the Speed Chess Championships, too? I think he said that in the Nakamura versus Ho Yifan match. Nakamura and Ho Yifan are just playing game after game, and Yakov N, notorious IM, plays all the time on chess.com, Blitz and Bullet. He jumps in the chat and he says, I've got next. He said that here, too. That could just be a meme. But he might be serious about that, too. Like, all right, which one of you guys is going to give me a piece of you? What is this, a clip of Naroditsky?
Takes. Here.
Naroditsky's fired up.
Let's not let this out of our clutches. Let's not let this. This is mate. There's a mate threat. Yes, we got this, guys. We got this. We got this.
We got this.
We got this. Ah.
He's excited.
We got this, guys. Got this. We got this. Yes.
He's so excited. Nice. Okay, I'm excited for this this matchup. Final has started. Oh, okay. Let's watch. Game 1. Game 1. We've got a King's Indian defense. So Naroditsky is black for the 3rd time in a row, interestingly. Whoa. Immediate capture here. Saying, go ahead and take. I'm probably going to take you here and do something disgusting on the dark squares. Yeah, Naroditsky he's an ideal blitz and bullet player because of his time management. I think his time management is just better than everyone else in this event. Even Meyer and Hammer. He's just never behind on the clock. It's unbelievable. Even in that last game, I bet you at the very end of the game, Naroditsky was up on the clock. He didn't even use half his time. Lenderman started with 2 extra minutes with the white pieces, and it was pretty much even when Naroditsky was already securing the draw. It's so hard to play against an opponent like that. Just like Nakamura. Yeah, he's not better than Nakamura in that category, but he's quite good. This position is phenomenal for Daniel. Yeah, he's up a pawn here and he has pressure. He might already be winning in this position. I wouldn't doubt it, actually. It looks like White's going to have a real hard time stopping his position from collapsing. And look at that time. You can just, if you're White. It's going to take something significant to turn this around. Even if Hammer avoids an immediate loss here, it's still so unenviable. Dr. Bones, I guess there's no match. There's no match for third place, so Lenderman and I, we got third, fourth. I don't know how they divided up. Tie breaks, maybe. Lenderman did finish ahead of me in the actual tournament, so if I got fourth place, technically, that sounds about right. Okay, all right. Hammer's doing better here. He's threatening knight e4. He's trying to go after d6. Still very good for black, though. No hesitation, just throws the knight in. That's a move that I would probably sit there and contemplate, like wondering if my knight's going to get trapped. But Naroditsky just does it casually. Wonder if he could have taken, and played rook d3. What was up with that? Ah, rook takes e3 then. Ah, so tricky. Yeah, look how fast these moves are coming. Pinning. It's like, no, this knight is fine. We're using tactics to win everything back and remain up a pawn. Bishop c2 might be a problem here. I wonder if that was any good. I guess white had rook a3, but Naroditsky's just keeping the pawn, still maintaining that minute lead when Hammer's just down a minute. This is over. Almost does not matter that white has kind of a blockade going. White's just never going to save this position this time. Can you take? I think you can, but he might not even want to risk it. Yeah, just entombs this rook. Yeah, no, Hammer's fine, but he has 0.5 seconds left. It's tough, man. The a5 move. That's a move you can play when you're that far ahead on the clock. a5 losing to b takes a6, but doesn't matter. Impressive. Very impressive. Thanks, Nacional. So if Naroditsky strikes here, I think, just like in my situation against Hammer, being down 2-0, not many people who are coming back from that. It'd be a Cavs Warriors 2015 situation, right? Blow a 3-1 lead. That's an interesting comment, Nacional. He said, just came from John Ludwig Hammer's stream. He said he liked playing against you because you play very positional, and he plays the same, but just better. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I don't think either of us are really too tactical. He's just that much better than me in the speed, decision-making, just understanding of chess. Yeah. And that's an interesting point about matchups. I feel like those are the players who have styles that are similar to yours and are just a little bit better than you in most every department. Those are the ones that you can really struggle against. Whereas if it's a player who has, let's say I'm playing someone with a more tactical style, I actually would rather play that opponent because I have more chances to win. I might get killed. They might destroy me tactically or whip up some very dangerous attack that I might not be able to cope with, but because I have an opposing set of skills, I will get some victories against them. But I think the most lopsided matches are when someone's just a little bit better than you in most every category, and you can't find a point of comparison where you can point to that one thing and say, well, at least I have that over your head. Yeah, time scrambles I think were about the same. The problem is against him, I'm often getting into the time scrambles at a time deficit. That's the issue. Yeah, I agree, Oculus. I need to play faster. I gotta play faster against most everyone, but especially Hammer. Okay, Naroditsky's better here again. Can he take on a7? I don't think so. He's going to go back. He's going to sit on this position a while. This is still pretty unpleasant for black, even though for the moment Hammer is holding. Just blockade. Would I be more likely to beat Eric than Hammer? I guess it depends on the time control. Nah, probably not. I think Eric is just better than Hammer in Bullet and Blitz. No, I've done poorly against Eric in Bullet. I've done better against him in Blitz, but we haven't really played that much Blitz. But Eric is markedly better than both Hammer and I in Bullet. Okay, interesting position here. Ooh, did Naroditsky overpress? Now he is losing this pawn. He might have messed that up. Yeah, he definitely messed that up. Okay, so now he's got to play some sort of defensive move like this, but he's struggling here. Rook c4 could be coming in. Okay, he plays rook f4. All right, so Hammer has a good chance here. Winning this game would be big. Winning with black. You know, Naroditsky, he can blunder sometimes. That's but Hammer blundered. Oh, take the bishop. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal if you're John Ludwig. And he gets to stop the pawn too. Oh, now White's just dead winning. Dead winning. I didn't see that at first either. Undefended pieces. This is over. Completely over. Just an extra knight. Rook h4. Take. Hammer not resigning, but no, I don't think we're going to see a freaky stalemate or anything here either. Yeah, I played way more than 4 Scandinavians. I probably played 10 Scandinavians. More like it. Okay. This is just totally over, but Hammer's going to play it out. That is interesting about Hammer. He plays out a lot of these completely losing positions. I mean, maybe he has a point that there's not really anything to lose at this point, because now it's not an arena, so that there's no clock running. So he's just playing for the slightest hope that Naroditsky will stalemate him. But yeah, that one's tough. 2-0. So Naroditsky just needs one more point. Ocelus says, this may be my imagination, John, but I think in Bullet you lose a lot of your time when you try to pre-move something, but the opponent plays something else. An example, you pre-move a recapture, but your opponent doesn't actually take the piece. When you try to find another move, you lose a good bit of time. I don't know. So, Hammer needs to avoid losing to extend the match. Thanks for the subscription, Mr. Paladin. Appreciate it. There you see the new emote. Thanks again to Aron from chess.com. I didn't think it's baloney. I just didn't understand what he was saying. You lose a lot of your time when you try to pre-move something, but your opponent plays something else. Well, yeah, if your pre-move doesn't go through, then of course your move's going to get canceled and you have to find something else. So I guess I don't get what you're saying. I like Black's position here. White doesn't seem to have much going on this side of the board. Naroditsky knows these King's Indians really well. Would you buy that your move? I feel like I need to progress a bit more as a player and also get older to write an autobiography. I don't have enough life experiences and game experiences yet. Okay, Hammer is moving markedly faster this game, though. He's doing a good job of that. He's slightly ahead on the clock here. With the board full of pieces, there's only been one trade so far, pair of pawns. D-Rock, I'm going to play Nicolas Huschenbett next. That'll be the first week of September, but I will try to get more dual commentary matches going. And just a reminder, I probably will not be able to play the Streamers Championship, guys, unfortunately, because I will be out of town next week. I'll be in North Carolina working at a camp, which I agreed to do many, many months ago. And it just happened to coincide with the Streamers Championship, unfortunately. So I don't think I'll be able to stream unless some sort of arrangement is made with the camp people. They're very cool, but I mean, it's right during the camp time. So there wasn't any way around it, really. Yeah, I'll miss Title Tuesday next week. Title Tuesday is a little less important than the Streamers Championship, but yeah, I'm going to miss a week of streaming next Monday through Wednesday, but I'll be in the next iteration of this tournament. I don't know when they're going to start it, but I think this was a massive success. Chess.com did a really good thing with these Arena Kings. Hopefully they refine this format. They're getting a lot of people out of the woodwork streaming. It's been really good. Yeah, Hammer's got a good chance here now. He's maneuvered his way into a nice position with almost 30 extra seconds. I think Black's still holding fast here, but just keep your foot on the gas if you're Hammer. Oh, really? They're going to start it up again right after the next Arena Kings Streamers Championship? That'll be interesting. I mean, if Naroditsky plays, you can't really bet against him. Will he qualify, though? He probably will, right? Because there's this ongoing points system. We've been competing for points every week. And Naroditsky hasn't been accumulating points until this week, or yeah, probably this week, because he's only been streaming this week, right? So funny, these guys are already moving so fast because they know that the time scramble is coming. All right, but Naroditsky, he's bringing this closer back to even. And maybe taking control now. Yeah, Hammer is a bit on his back foot here. Okay, Queen B3 is a good move. Queen D2, wow. Nice. Nice. Queens are coming off the board. All right, we're going to see an all-out time scramble here. I don't think either side's going to offer a draw. I don't think... A draw's not bad if you're Naroditsky because it brings you a half point closer to victory. But watch for him to go for the flag if he gets the chance. I think he'll do it. Because why not? I mean, he's faster than Hammer, no doubt. Ecstatic Broccoli says, I wonder if you could pitch doing the Streamers Challenge at the camp with live commentary for the attendees. Yeah, maybe. I'll talk to them, but I'm not going to press the matter. If it's their camp, they're paying me to be there as an instructor, and it's for the kids' benefit, so I'm not really in a position to ask that. Ooh. Okay, Danya messed up here. He's not getting mated, but he's down a pawn now. So confusing. There's so many minor pieces. 96? Interesting. Oh, did this knight get trapped, though? What's up with this piece? How does it get out? What is going on? Oh, he's going to sack. Oh, nice move. Knight takes b5. Very smart move. But look at the time. That's almost a 10-second advantage. All right. I don't think Hammer will lose this. I think he will get the pieces off the board in time. But I also don't think he's going to win. He takes a6. e5 would have been good there. All right, this is fine too. Well, yeah, okay, now he just needs to eliminate that pawn to secure the draw. So he's going to get the draw for sure. But he wants that win. I feel like against most everyone else except Naroditsky, he'd probably win this. I just don't see it happening, though. Oh, could have taken on a5 there and king check, take on a5. Okay, he noticed it the second time around. Yeah, 2, 3. Not going to happen. Take, check, take, draw. Oh, they're still playing? What is this? Okay. It didn't automatically kick in because there's still a checkmate possible. King and knight versus king and knight. Whoa, so what would have happened there? What if Naroditsky had preserved his knight and it would have got down to king and knight, and Hammer loses on time? Does Naroditsky win according to the chess.com rules? Because there was a famous situation like that in the FIDE Women's Knockout Championship many years ago, about 10 years ago, where that exact situation happened. King and knight versus king and knight. And it was a sudden death Armageddon situation. And the player who needed the win, it was white in that game, I believe, they purposely did not take the opponent's knight because that would have produced a position whereby there's no legal way to even set up a checkmate. King and knight versus king, you can't even set up a checkmate with that configuration. But with king and knight versus king and knight, you can, because your opponent's knight can block one of the flight squares for the king. So it was a ridiculous situation. Obviously, king and knight versus king and knight is a complete draw, but it is technically possible to checkmate. So that would have been a crazy ending to that. But I'm glad it didn't end that way, if that was actually what would have happened. They're going to play a more civilized 3-0 game. We get to extend the entertainment here. But now, Hammer must win. A draw is not good enough anymore, because that puts Naroditsky over the edge. Ooh, can black take on a2? Is that possible? He's going to do it. Yeah, might as well take some risks if you're black. C4 Explosive said, would definitely have been a win for Naroditsky according to chess.com rules. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Basid. Appreciate you tuning in, man. See you later. Yeah, I don't think that should be a win. I mean, even though you technically do have mating material. Well, what just happened here? Oh, okay. I thought someone had just won a piece. I think more trades are just coming off, or more pieces are coming off the board. That was just a trade on c6. Okay, Naroditsky's up a pawn. Is Hammer throwing it in here? Is he throwing in the towel, basically? With all these trades? I mean, I don't foresee a situation where black can really win this, especially with rook d8 coming, if white ever needs it. Yeah. Naroditsky's not going to take any chances. Yeah, down a pawn for black, opposite color bishops. Just bring the king up. Yeah, this is a total draw. I think they're going to agree it. Yeah, draw. Okay. So, Daniel Naroditsky wins another Royal Kings. And he does it impressively, too. So, his toughest match was against Lenderman, where when we tuned in, Lenderman was up 2.5, 1.5, right? And then that was that game. Also with opposite color bishops, where Danya flagged him. And then he won the Armageddon game, and now he impressively just beat Hammer pretty handily. So, nicely played, Danya. Congratulations to John Ludwig Hammer as well. These guys are really tough. I'm sure they're going to be duking it out next week in the championship. So, I think that's it for me this season, unless I'm able to stream from Charlotte. You know, I'd have to get the logistics down too. I wouldn't bank on it though, guys, as much as I'd really like to play. because I feel like I'm playing well right now too. But once we get into August here, today's August 1st, right? Yeah. So in a couple more weeks, if this thing is starting back up, I will definitely be in the mix streaming Monday, Wednesdays as usual. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Thank you for the support. Yeah, thanks Longrieve. Thanks Bookworm. Appreciate it, Clanger. Yeah, sorry again about this bracket. It's just the general bracket they put out. Yeah, see you, Chessy Bus. Thanks, Becky Boop. Ocelus. Thanks, Ryan TJ. Magic Pig Detective. Horrible Pawn. Jojo, thank you. Ecstatic Broccoli. Gave it a good run today. Pretty happy with this performance, but I know I can get better, guys. I can do better than this even. I'm optimistic. All right, I'm logging off now. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.